Well, hello friends and welcome back to my channel. You all know my videos have been hit and miss. Of course, I told you an update. My mother is going through a really hard time with her chemo treatments. So I have been cooking and cleaning and doing all kinds of stuff for my mother. I've been spending most of my time with her. But today I've got some free time. So I thought, you know what? We're going to make some cookies. And I'm making these cookies for my dad. Okay, so for these cookies, it calls for 1.5 cups of flour. It calls for 1 cup of sugar and 1/2 cup of packed brown sugar, 2 cups of oats, 2 sticks of butter, 1 teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of baking soda, 1 cup of peanut butter, and 2.5 cups of chocolate chips and 2 eggs, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla, if I did not say that. Anyway, let's get busy with these cookies. These are called peanut butter oatmeal chocolate chip cookies, and they are delicious. Okay, friends, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to get our butter and our sugar in here and get it creamed together. Okay. Get that in there. And we've got our 1 cup of sugar and 1/2 cup of brown sugar. It's going to go in there. And I'm going to use my paddle attachment. And we're going to get that creaming together. Okay, and while that's creaming together, we're going to take the flour and the baking powder, the salt, and the baking soda, and we're just going to give that a little whisk. Just whisk that together, get it nice and incorporated. We're going to set that aside. Okay, now we're going to put 2 eggs in here, and these are room temperature eggs. Okay. 2 of them, 2 large eggs. Put them down in there. And we're also going to put our 2 teaspoons of vanilla in here. All right. And we're going to give that a little bit of a mix. Get that nice and incorporated. This is real easy to put together, and these cookies are just delicious. Okay, so now we're going to stick our 1 cup of creamy peanut butter in here. I'm just going to put it right on those beaters. All right, there we go. Now we'll get that mixed up. We want that good and incorporated because the stuff goes in, in steps. And of course, you may have to scrape down the edges of your bowl, and that's all right. Go ahead and do that before we add all our dry ingredients in. We'll give that one more mix. Okay. So now we're going to start adding the flour in. Okay, that's in. Let that get mixed up. We'll scrape down these sides again. Okay. We are going to put the oatmeal in there. That is our 2 cups of oatmeal. Okay, now what I'm going to do is remove my paddle attachment. Maybe. Scrape that all off. Okay. And I'm just going to fold in the chocolate chips. So I'm going to move this aside. I'm done with that. Okay, you see that there. I'm just going to kind of fold those in. Oh, those are wonderful. Beautiful dough. Okay, you can see that dough, it's gorgeous. This has got to chill in your refrigerator for about 30 minutes. So I'm going to put a, maybe not, should have a lid here. I'm going to put a lid on this, and I'm going to put this out in my outside refrigerator for 30 minutes, and then I'll be back and we'll bake these off. Okay, friends, this has been chilling for 30 minutes, so we're going to start scooping it out on my tray. Now, I always use an ice cream scoop. I find it the easiest. These cookies. My dad's going to love these. He loves cookies. And sweets. He always has it in the mornings with his coffee. And I'm trying to do my best to keep their, you know, their routine the same as what they always did. But my mother is just way too ill right now to even try and cook, and she's lost her appetite, so it's very hard to get her to eat. So maybe she'll have a little goodie with some coffee, and my dad sure will enjoy these, and my grandkids are coming tomorrow. They'll enjoy these. And these freeze well too, even before you bake. You can make your little, you could take this just like this and flash freeze it in your freezer. And then when it's flash froze, you can package them and, you know, store them in there. They'll stay for about 1 to 3 months in the freezer. And they'll bake up beautifully. Just put them in your oven frozen and allow maybe a couple more minutes because of their being frozen, and they'll bake beautifully. So there, friends, these cookies will go in the oven 350 degrees for 12 to 14 minutes. And when these are done, I'll bring you back and show you how delightful they turn out. Okay, friends, these turned out gorgeous. Take a look at that cookie. Absolutely beautiful. I can break this one apart because I'm going to have this one with coffee. Take a look at how gorgeous that is. I hope you give this recipe a try. These would be beautiful for those of you who make cookies for gifts. This year I'm going to include these in my cookie boxes for Christmas. They'll be an absolute hit. And you're going to love them. They turn out beautiful. You can even bake them ahead, freeze them. They'll last, you know, about 3 months in the freezer. Whether they're baked or the dough ball is frozen, it'll be beautiful. So there you have it, friends. Give this recipe a try. It will be at the end of this video. I'll have the written recipe for you. You will have a wonderful day, and thank you for watching.